The Children's Book Council of Australia
are thrilled to announce the Shadow Judging winners, Honour Books, and winners for the 2024 Book of the Year Awards.
Hello, I'm Matthew Pieri.
And I'm Gloria Hanna.
And we're coming to you today on behalf of the Australian Theatre for Young People, from the beautiful lands and waters of the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation.
We would like to pay our respects to elders past and present and say that we feel incredibly lucky to be able to celebrate storytelling today on land that has been a home for storytelling for thousands of years.
In the spirit of this year's Children's Book Week theme, Reading is Magic, we are so excited to be presenting these awards to you from the Australian Theatre for Young People, a place rich in stories of all kinds. As young storytellers ourselves, we are thrilled to be showcasing the enchanting spells that these books have cast over us this year. We're going to take you on a little tour to all the magical sites around ATYB and the surrounding arts district, whilst we announce the Shadow Judges winners, the honour, and the winning books in each category.
And Matthew has threatened that he might practice some of his magic skills along the way. So please bear with us, and apologies in advance.
Alakazam! I'll get there. In the meantime, let's take a look at some of the books that have wowed and amazed us this year. Let's go! Here we are at the beautiful Rebel Theatre to present our first award. In 2024, there is a super strong Book of the Year shortlist, and the awards judges had an incredibly tough time picking the honour and winning books in each category.
So let's get down to business, Matthew. This is how it's going to work. For each category, we will announce the shortlist, followed by the Shadow Judges winner.
We will then announce the honour, and then, drum roll, the winners.
So what is shadow judging, Matthew?
Well, over 200 groups of shadowers, groups of young people, have been shadowing the Book of the Year judges and have been debating, discussing, and responding to the criteria used by the award judges. They have chosen their winning books, and we can't wait to hear which books they chose. So here we go.
The first category is Book of the Year Older Readers. This is for books for readers 13 to 18 years of age.
That's us.
You want to tell us the shortlist of books?
Sure. The shortlist of books for older readers are Grace Notes by Karen Comer, published by Lothian Children's Books. A Hunger of Thorns by Lily Wilkinson, published by Allen and Unwin Children. Inkflower by Susie Zale, published by Walker Books Australia. Let's Never Speak of This Again by Megan Williams, published by Text Publishing. The Quiet and the Loud by Helena Fox, published by Pan Macmillan Australia. Two Can Play That Game by Leanne Yong, published by Allen and Unwin Children.
Amazing. And the Shadow Judges winner is...
Inkflower by Susie Zale, published by Walker Books Australia. The honour books are A Hunger of Thorns by Lily Wilkinson, published by Allen and Unwin Children, and Let's Never Speak of This Again by Megan Williams, published by Text Publishing. And the winner is Grace Notes by Karen Comer, published by Lothian Children's Books.
Here we are on Pier 2-3, standing in front of a depiction of some of the fascinating stories of this historic place.
The next category is Book of the Year Younger Readers, which is for readers aged 7 to 12.
And the shortlist of books are Being Jimmy Baxter by Fiona Lloyd and published by Penguin Random House Australia. Huda Was Here by H. Hayek and published by Allen and Unwin Children. Real Pigeons Flap Out by Andrew MacDonald and illustrated by Ben Wood, published by Hardy Grant Children's Publishing. Scar Town by Tristan Banks, published by Penguin Random House Australia. Scout and the Rescue Dogs by Diane Wolfer and illustrated by Tony Flowers, published by Walker Books Australia. The Sideways Orbit of Evie Hart by Samira Kamaluddin, published by HarperCollins Publishers. And the Shadow Judges winner is Scar Town by Tristan Banks, published by Penguin Random House Australia. And the honour books are Huda Was Here by H. Hayek and published by Allen and Unwin Children, and Real Pigeons Flap Out by Andrew MacDonald and illustrated by Ben Wood, published by Hardy Grant Children's Publishing. And the winner is Scar Town by Tristan Banks, published by Penguin Random House Australia. Do you reckon the rock actually fell in the car?
Maybe it was magic. Gloria, watch this. Alakazam.
What was that?
Magic.
Was it? Can I have my $1 back, please?
Yep, sorry.
Thank you. We've got a job to do, Matthew. We have to read out the shortlist for early childhood.
Let's go. And the shortlisted books are Bear and Duck Are Friends by Sue DeGennaro, published by Hardy Grant Children's Publishing. Can You Teach a Fish to Climb a Tree by Jane Godwin, illustrated by Terry Denton and published by Hardy Grant Children's Publishing. The Concrete Garden by Bob Graham, published by Walker Books Australia. Grace and Mr. Milligan by Kaz Goodwin, illustrated by Pip Kruger and published by Marshall Cavendish International. Gymnastica Fantastica by Brian E. Stewart, published by Lothian Children's Books. One Little Duck by Katrina Germain, illustrated by Danny Snell and published by HarperCollins Publishers. And the Shadow Judges winner is The Concrete Garden by Bob Graham, published by Walker Books Australia. And the honour books are Bear and Duck Are Friends by Sue DeGennaro, published by Hardy Grant Children's Publishing, and Grace and Mr. Milligan by Kaz Goodwin, illustrated by Pip Kruger and published by Marshall Cavendish International. And the winner is Gymnastica Fantastica by Brian E. Stewart, published by Lothian Children's Books. Oh, so I was supposed to do
Matt,
that.
We're halfway there, Matthew.
Which category is next?
Picture book.
I'll take this one. The shortlist for the CBCA Best Picture Book 2024 is Bowerbird Blues by Aura Parker, published by Scholastic Australia. Every Night at Midnight by Peter Cheong, published by Affirm Press. If I Was a Horse by Sophie Blackall, published by Lothian Children's Books. Paper Flower Girl, illustrated by Matea Yeager, written by Marguerite Lamond and published by Dirt Lane Press. That Bird Has Arms, illustrated by Ronajoy Ghosh and Niharika Huku, written by Kate Temple and Joel Temple and published by Hardy Grant Children's Publishing. Timeless by Kelly Canby, published by Fremantle Press. And the Shadow Judges winner is Every Night at Midnight by Peter Cheong, published by Affirm Press. And the honour books are Paper Flower Girl, illustrated by Matea Yeager, written by Marguerite Lamond and published by Dirt Lane Press. And That Bird Has Arms, illustrated by Ronajoy Ghosh and Niharika Huku, written by Kate Temple and Joel Temple and published by Hardy Grant Children's Publishing. And the winner is Timeless by Kelly Canby, published by Fremantle Press. Okay, I want you to think of a number between 1 and 100.
Please, Matthew, no more. Besides, we have a very important award to give out. It's called the Eve Pownell Award.
That does sound fancy. What is it?
It's for books that present factual information, but in a fun and imaginative way. The shortlisted books for the CBCA Eve Pownell Award are Australia, Country of Colour by Jess Rackeleft, published by Affirm Press. Country Town by Isolde Martin and Robin Ridgway, illustrated by Louise Hogan and published by Ford Street Publishing. Ill Gross, Foul Facts and Putrid Pictures by Dan Marshall, published by Pantera Press. Our Country Where History Happened by Mark Greenwood, illustrated by Frenae Lassac and published by Walker Books Australia. Tomorrow by Violet Wadrell, Topsy Dodd Naniel, Leah Lehman, Cecilia Edwards, Cassandra Algie, Felicity Meekins, Bryony Barr, Gregory Crocetti, published by Hardy Grant Explore. This Book Thinks You're Deadly by Corey Tutt, illustrated by Molly Hunt and published by Hardy Grant Explore. And the Shadow Judges winner is Australia, Country of Colour by Jess Rackeleft, published by Affirm Press. And the honour books are Australia, Country of Colour by Jess Rackeleft and published by Affirm Press. and Our Country Where History Happened by Mark Greenwood, illustrated by Frenay Lassac and published by Walker Books Australia. And the winner is Country Town by Isolde Martin and Robin Ridgway, illustrated by Louise Hogan and published by Ford Street Publishing. We've made it. We've arrived at our last award.
Thanks for staying with us, everyone.
Fun fact, Matthew, this category, New Illustrator, is for an illustrator's first ever book. How cool is that? The shortlist of books for New Illustrator are Etta and the Shadow Taboo, illustrated by Jeremy Worrell, written by Jared Field and published by Hardy Grant Children's Publishing. Grace and Mr. Milligan, illustrated by Pip Kruger, written by Kaz Goodwin and published by Marshall Cavendish International. Hope is the Thing, illustrated by Erica Wagner, written by Joanna Bell and published by Allen and Unwin Children. Phonobet, illustrated by Kim Drain, written by Kathy Whedon and published by NLA Publishing. Raised by Moths, illustrated by Michelle Conn, written by Charlie Archbold and published by Midnight Sun Publishing. When You're a Boy by Blake Nuto, published by Affirm Press. And the winner is Hope is the Thing, illustrated by Erica Wagner, written by Joanna Bell and published by Allen and Unwin Children. So there we have it. We want to say a huge thank you to the CBCA for inviting us to be with you today and to A2IP for hosting this event.
Now, let's party. It's time for Children's Book Week.
Reading is magic.
So next week, get your library cards out, your books off the shelf and your character costumes on. Or just get together and read in your PJs all week. It's up to you.
The CBCA would like to thank all 2024 judges, large and small, congratulate the creatives, publishers, and most importantly, all you wonderful readers out there.
Thanks also to the CBCA Award Foundation for providing the prize money for our honours and winning creatives. These prizes support and acknowledge our great Australian literature community, which means more stories for all of us.
And a huge congratulations to all 2024 creatives whose wonderful stories and illustrations allow us young people on whatever land you read on to experience the true magic of reading.
Oh, speaking of, Gloria, pick a card. All right, memorise it. Now put it back in the deck.
Was that supposed to happen?
Yep.
Watch this.